Welcome back to the Barrel Talk Podcast. This is episode 114.
Yes,
Joined
sir.
here with Connor Carsons. We will have Nick Gwynn on the call soon, but back with some football. Another interesting week in the books. Another sad, sorry, pathetic week in the books for some teams.
Yeah, I ain't got to talk ball in a minute. It's
Yeah.
been, I wasn't there on Tuesday, last time we recorded. Then we had Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got a little sick. Will has COVID, or did have COVID. And yeah, I mean, we just haven't really, I haven't talked
We
ball.
usually do our football episodes on Tuesdays.
Yep, Tuesday. Now it's Thursday, so this will go up Fridays. We got Cowboys, Seahawks tonight. So for the power rankings, some stuff might change depending on those games, but that's what we'll start with. Start with the power rankings like usual.
Mm-hmm. So
Mine are kind of like, I think we're getting to the point where we're getting to the point where like teams aren't really changing.
Yeah.
Like the good teams will win and the bad teams will lose.
I feel like from 5 to at least 8, those are the most movement
Yeah,
we see.
definitely.
But I'll go ahead and name off last week's ranking. So it went Texans at 10, Browns at 9, Jags at 8, Dolphins at 7, Niners at 6, Lions at 5, KC at 4, Cowboys at 3, Ravens at 2, Eagles at 1.
Okay, so first of all, the Texans didn't make my list. I think they'd be my first one out. Definitely. I think they'd be 11 right now. But they're kind of on a little streak. Low-key, they should have beat the Jags.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not beat, but that game should have at least gone into overtime.
He should have made that field goal.
Fuck, man. Gave me flashbacks. It gave me PTSD, and he hit that crossbar of fucking World War II.
This is the second time I've seen, obviously, field goal kickers and whatever, just kickers in general, but
He got released, like, the next week. Fucking
crazy.
released him. So crazy.
it reminded me of, like, when he was in the the game before the championship game in college, and that kicker missed the field goal against Georgia, C.J. Stroud, when he was at Ohio State.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the kicker missed the field, like shanked the
Kickers
didn't even come close to it.
If you have a good kicker on your roster, it helps you so fucking much.
I don't think people understand that though. Like from what I've seen like
You need a good kicker.
even like somebody as good as Justin Tucker missed this past weekend, but
I was shocked.
Yeah.
It's like Justin Tucker. Now we're starting talking about kickers. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like there was always that thing. It's like, would you rather was like life on the line? You want Curry taking a free throw or Justin Tucker taking like a 30-yard field goal? And I'm like, fuck, man. I think I'm gonna take Tucker to kick the field goal. But then it was like, okay, is the snap there? Is the hold there?
Yeah.
Be like, that was like Curry. Well, he could just miss. Like he could just miss. So I don't know. It's a good kicker goes a lot of ways.
Yeah.
We were in that boat of not having a good kicker for a very long time, and then we had Santos, and he's been there ever since.
So I also don't have the Texans on my list.
Okay.
At 10, I have the Steelers.
Me as well.
Time to start giving the Steelers some love. I know you're a Steelers hater.
Yeah, I'm still a Steelers hater, but at this point, they finally did something good. They fired their OC. Like Matt Canada he was the problem. Like Kenny Pickett, they showed his graph or whatever of where the balls were going. All of them to the sideline, like with Matt Canada, like not over 20 yards or anything. Like you gotta let him fucking spread his wings, man. Like let him go, and then to go away.
Yeah.
They get their first 400 offensive yard game, and Matt Canada had 0.
It's honestly sucks to see, because you can be in or out on Kenny Pickett. I compare Kenny Pickett to a lot of the other quarterbacks that come into the league.
I'm for sure out on Kenny Pickett right
You're
now,
out.
but I could be gravitated back in if he just plays football.
Yes.
Like he's never had a multi-touchdown game.
I'm in between because we've seen how getting drafted and going to the right system can be way more important than anything else. Like Matt Canada was bringing this team down, obviously, and then it's not a coincidence the first game he's not there, they take off
wanna
offensively.
go crazy.
And it's just with that defense, it's not like they just don't have weapons. It's not like we're looking at compared it to Bryce Young and how everybody's trashing him right now. His main weapon is Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
You have no run game, you have no but when you look at the Steelers, you have a pretty good dual run game.
Your backfield is awesome.
You have Najee, Warren.
They did just get Pat Fryermuth back.
Yes,
and he
ate.
fucking crazy. He was 11 catches for 100 something yards.
Yeah, and then you have Pickens, who can be a diva at times. You have Deontay Johnson, who is weird because he had that one clip of his effort and everything else. So I think they do have some kind of player chemistry issues, but they have the weapons and they have the defense. there was the OC holding them back. Obviously, now it's to the point now where we gotta see if Kenny Pickett is ready to like take that jump. But like, I mean, if you have an offensive game plan to like based on what he likes to throw and like the plays he likes, I mean, it's not out of the realm that they could possibly be like a top team in the playoffs.
It's just so tough because they have a really easy schedule.
Yeah,
like they should not have 4 losses. Low key, like there are some games in there that they should have won, but like they got the Cardinals next week. Like Cardinals kind of suck.
One of their losses was the Browns like a week ago. I think
they go Cardinals and then Patriots. So like you're 9-4 right there, and then you play the Colts, which I mean the Colts are actually in playoff contention. So like that won't be easy. The end of their schedule is going to be a little hard, but they should get another win against the Bengals. Like so the Steelers could easily end with like 11 wins if they really wanted to, and like they're gonna make the playoffs.
They're a scary team because
if you see the Steelers in the playoffs, like you're like okay, you'll probably be at home though, so you're like okay.
A well coached team though with fucking that defense and with the offense kind of like turning around at least to a good amount to where like they can move the ball a little bit, especially against like they would play the Dolphins. Very interesting game.
Very weird. That'd be a weird game.
Like if they played the Chiefs right now, like with how up and down the Chiefs are, interesting game because they're always been a running team in general. They don't really ever like to pass the ball. They've always been dominant in the run game, but I don't know. I'm higher up on the Steelers because like they looked so good this past week, just offensively. I know what I'm getting defensively,
definitely.
But I have them at 10, and then you also have them at 10.
So do I.
Nick, who do you have at 10 for the power rankings?
Who did you guys have? You said both the
Steelers.
The Steelers?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm still going with the Browns.
Okay.
That's 10. I think that defense is still just really good. If they can figure anything out on offense.
Well, this week it's going to be Joe Flacco.
Really?
DRT is in concussion protocol.
He did take that hit.
And I don't think they want to start PJ Walker for some reason.
He beat the Niners.
They said Joe Flacco was taking first team reps in practice.
If he can just do anything.
Joe fucking Flacco.
Anything. But so you have the Browns at 10. I think we're gonna put the Steelers at 10 though on this new one.
Sure.
Who do you guys have at 9?
I got
Texans.
I got the Seahawks.
Seahawks are my 11.
Texans are my 11.
Really? See, I have the Broncos.
Broncos didn't make it for me.
I got the Broncos at 9.
I think these teams are probably better than the Broncos.
I can understand that, but gotta give respect to the win streak. Then they just beat the Browns.
They got their first. They're gonna get a test.
Yeah.
This week.
So they got the Texans this week, and they've also just watching Broncos games from first 3-4 weeks to now. They look like a completely different team. This defense is showing up, and with that Browns defense that has been stout all year, they were able to move the ball.
It's the offense that's the scary part. Like, you know what the defense is going to give you kind of now, and then I don't know. You just offense it's that you go back to that Bills game. Like, their defense forced 4 turnovers, and they still Broncos still could only get in the end zone once, and they barely won that fucking game. So I mean they're kind of getting out by the skin of their teeth these couple of games. Besides the Chiefs game, they just dominated the fucking Chiefs for some reason. But yeah, I don't know about the Broncos yet.
I have the Broncos at 9, but I understand completely not putting them up in there yet. They can still be on the outskirts.
I don't know. I got the Seahawks just because I think the Seahawks are still a good team. They could easily, after this week and probably next week, they'll fall out. They're gonna lose a couple games here in a row. Yeah. They've already lost 3 or 4 in a row, but they're in the games. It's just they can't finish. They get to the ending. They just lost by a field goal to the Commanders. I think that was them a couple weeks ago. Or if it wasn't the Commanders, it was some close team. And then it could have been the Rams. Yeah, I think it was the Rams because the Rams won. And then I'm not going to say they got dominated by the 49ers.
I think the Niners handled that game.
They handled the game, but the scoreboard said differently. Yeah. But I would put them at 9. I think they're a little better than the Steelers right now.
It also doesn't help that I feel like Geno's playing through injury.
Geno's hurt. Yeah, he gets hurt every other game.
They're having a tough stretch.
Kenneth Walker's out. Yeah.
So they play the Niners on Thanksgiving. They got the Cowboys tonight. then I know.
Then it's like the Chiefs.
Then they got their game flexed because they were.
That's week 18.
Yeah, that was Eagles. They were supposed to play on like a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're playing the Eagles at the last game of the season. For them, that's going to mean hella.
Yeah.
But for the Eagles, they might get lucky and it might not mean shit to the Eagles at that point in time. But,
I mean, I don't really care who we put at 9.
Nick, who'd you have at 9?
I had the Texans.
Because I think that, like...
Because they're a little frisky.
I think the Seahawks at 9 makes the most sense because I think we all have the Seahawks on the list at somewhere. Or do you guys not have the Seahawks?
I didn't. They would have been
I
my
did
11.
not, no.
Oh, shit. Never mind
They
then.
would have been my 11. I also didn't have the Texans on my list.
Me either. I didn't have the Broncos.
I'm going to go...
Yeah, the only one I can't live with is the Broncos. We cannot put the Broncos on there.
No, that's fine.
But Texans or...
I'm going to say Texans.
That's fine.
I'm going to go Texans at 9. Because they lost to the Jags by a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the Seahawks are such a weird team. Like, they have the talent. It really just comes down to Geno. Like, when you're looking at this team, this defense is taking a step up, and then you have the offensive talent. It's just... Is Geno making the accurate throws? He's just inconsistent. That's all it is. And then at 8, I had the Jags.
I have the Lions.
I forgot to change it because you reminded me of what Jordan Love did to them. Because it feels like Thanksgiving was a year ago.
The Lions or Nick, who do you have at 8?
At 8, I have the Jags.
Okay. So I have the Jags at 7, so we can just...
I have the Lions at 7.
Yeah, so that'll be
I'm fine with putting the Lions at 8.
Yeah, the Lions are probably the team that's taking the biggest drop-off for me because
I forgot they lost.
We should have I guess everybody did.
Because it was
I guess everybody did. So we beat them for 3.5 quarters, and then we just decided to give them the game. And they look like shit against the Bears, who are damn near a bottom 5 defense in the league. I get it, it's a divisional game, but Jared Goff was not looking good. Jahmyr Gibbs was not running the ball well. No one was doing anything. And then you barely beat us, whatever. You come back, you play the Packers, who are also a bottom feeder of the division, who also suck, and you get beat the fuck up on Thanksgiving at home. Like, that is blasphemy. That is crazy that even happened. When the Packers drove down and scored on that very first possession, I knew the game was over. I was like, this game's really over. I didn't think they were going to beat the shit out of them, but I thought the Packers were probably going to win that game. And it just, they're falling off, man. The wheels they were churning. They were moving. But I think they're starting to fall off a little bit. Now they're going to go into New Orleans and somehow either lose or that game is going to be very close.
Yeah.
So I think the Lions are getting a little scary. Like right now, if you guys would have beat us,
oh yeah,
if you guys lost to us.
If we weren't shit,
yeah,
and we would have beat the Broncos in that close game, and
you beat the Broncos and beat us, we're talking like you guys probably take the first seed,
and then because we have
over
2 more games
over them,
we have 2 more games against them, and then we still got to play the Packers one more time. So if we weren't shit,
yeah, I mean you guys fucking suck. We'll talk about that later.
But, yeah.
And then you could just flip to the Jags because the Jags are right there. I have the Jags right there as well.
I think the Jags will just continue to never touch the top 5 in any kind of power rankings we do ever.
They won't.
It's because they're just so not.
They're the best.
Past the threshold.
They're the best bad team.
Yes, they're the.
Not even bad. Like
worst good team.
Yes, they're the worst good team I've seen. Because you'll have games where they're moving the ball, they look great, and then you'll have a game where like, wow, they won't pass to Calvin Ridley. He's not on the field. Like, they can't move the ball for some reason.
They're 8-3. Like this is.
Oh, they're winning the division.
They're 8-3, and then they play the beat up Bengals on Monday night. So
here's what I'll say about records. I understand it means a lot, but when you're watching the games week to week, like you can see if a team is for real or not.
Oh
like,
yeah,
the Jags are so shaky.
Well, it was only one game where they really got beat the fuck up. It was just the 49ers game. I mean, if the 49ers game doesn't happen, they're on an 8-game winning streak.
And then they got handled early in the season by the Texans.
Yeah, they did get Texans. That was week 3.
Yeah. So
or 4, something like that.
They lost to the Chiefs week 2, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they could be...
They didn't even get handled in that game.
I think
that game was ugly.
They could just be killing
teams. The Jags are going to have 11, 12 wins.
Yeah.
Which is really scary.
It just sucks because out of the AFC, they're the teams where they're going to be the division winner on upset watch.
Yeah, because they barely beat the Texans. I mean, they're gonna beat the Bengals, and then you're on a 3-game line of the AFC North. So you go Browns and then Ravens, and the Ravens game's a primetime game. So, and then you go Bucks, Panthers, Titans. So there's 3 wins to end it off.
That Browns defense will give them.
So there's 4. There's probably guaranteed 4 more wins for them.
Yeah. But going on to 6.
I have the Cowboys.
This is where I have the Lions.
This is where I have the Dolphins.
Dolphins are a 5 for me.
The Dolphins are a 7 for me. So we can put the Dolphins at 6.
Cool.
I think the Dolphins are just a step above the Jags still.
Who did they beat this week?
The Jets.
Yeah,
with Tim Boyle.
You beat a good team.
With Tim Boyle.
Well, the Cowboys also have not
beaten. The Cowboys beat a good team.
The Cowboys have not.
The Cowboys are next. Put them at 5.
I have the Cowboys higher.
I had the Cowboys at 6, but they can go to 5 because the Dolphins were at my 5.
Okay, so at 5, I have Kansas City.
I also have Kansas City at 5.
I had the Dolphins.
I think the 4 teams I have above KC are just plain out better.
I think KC probably beats the Cowboys.
I don't know.
I have KC. I have the Cowboys right above the.
It'd be a good game, but I think KC might pull that out.
I have the Niners at 4.
So do I.
But like our corners are giving those wide receivers work.
Oh yeah.
I have the Cowboys at. So
you have Cowboys at 3?
Yeah, I have Cowboys.
Oh my god.
Oh, I had the Cowboys at 4.
I had the Niners at 4, and then Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles.
So
I still have the Chiefs up there, man.
So for the new list right now, we have Steelers at 10, Texans at 9, Lions at 8, Jags at 7, Dolphins at 6, KC at 5.
Then Cowboys. I would go Cowboys.
Are we going Cowboys at 4?
Yeah, and then I'd go 49ers. Or then you can go Chiefs, 49ers, Ravens, Eagles, if you want. I don't really give a fuck.
So right now it's looking like Cowboys, Niners, Ravens, Eagles.
That's fine.
Yeah.
4.
That's fine. I'm content with that list.
I know the Cowboys haven't beat a good team yet, but there's just something about
tonight, maybe.
There's just something about beating the dog piss out of the bad teams.
Come back to this video when the Seahawks beat the Steelers or beat the Cowboys.
I have to give them the respect, like they do what good teams are supposed to. They just
you beat the good teams win. Like that's just what it is. Like there's a team that's just better than the other team. Mm-hmm. Like they're gonna win. Like yeah, they was a little shaky in the beginning against the Panthers, but like what was that score? Like 40-something to 20-something. Like that's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. You beat the Giants by a combined fucking 80 points in 2 games or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's just if it's like the Cowboys didn't make the schedule. Like they just play these bad teams. I mean, like. It is what it is.
Going kind of back to our power rankings because we have this list of teams here. We're gonna debate on the contenders or the pretenders. I'll name a team. You let me know if they're an actual contender or if they're a pretender or not.
Okay.
We can kind of start out with a team that we had at the power rankings at 10 last week.
Texans?
Yeah, we're starting out with the Texans.
Oh, they're a pretender.
They're definitely a pretender right now. Give them like a year or 2.
Give them a year.
You are not going to be a contender in this league when fucking Nico Collins is like your number 1 receiver. Like I think that they can go if they get it going a little bit this season. Someone might want to be like, hey, let's go down to Houston. Maybe get something going.
Fuck, just go get D-Hop back.
Fuck, you might as well. Like go get someone. Like I get it. They just throw the ball so much. Like the Dolphins and the Texans have the same kind of offenses. Like, and then they're just a very good offense. They throw
They're
making Devin Singletary look like a fucking top 10 receiving back in the league.
They'll have Singletary also getting like running back work and receiving
and then
work.
They got Dameon Pierce back now, so they have kind of like a 2-headed monster. Like Dalton Schultz he was doing really good, and then last week fucking stinker. And then like Noah Brown becomes a person somehow, and then disappears.
Tank Dell's going crazy.
And then disappears. Like Tank Dell's your solidified guy. He's your slot guy. Mm-hmm. He can be used like the Deontay Johnson type. Like he's always going to be open. Yeah. Like you keep him no matter what. But I think they should go if they could get go draft a receiver or something, or go get a free agent receiver. They could be nasty. I would say pretender though. For now.
Next team is the Steelers.
They're also a pretender.
Yeah.
Steelers not a team you want to see in the playoffs, but like they're not a contender. They're not going to contend for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. They can contend for like a playoff win.
Yeah. They might give you one. They might
championship game.
They might win that wild card game and like that'll be it.
While I said that, I was looking up this like receiver like free agency class, which is kind of decent. Like you have a name like if they're I don't know how much money they're gonna have and everything else, but like
should have a decent amount of money.
Like Michael Pittman.
Oh, I think he's gonna stay. I think the Colts
Colts
need him. Let's go through what's that class look like or that like free agency?
So
Mooney's in there.
You have Mooney. You have Pittman. You have Mike Evans.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's it.
You have
there
Odell.
It is. Whatever.
T. Higgins.
Or that right there.
That's an they're gonna overpay T. Higgins.
That's an OP
I don't think the
offense.
Bengals bring back T. Higgins. I don't think they can afford it.
They can't afford it. I think T. Higgins just wants the bag. Is that really it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have there's obviously a bunch of like good names here, but like
if I'm the Texans, I am throwing all the money at Mike Evans and T. Higgins. I need one of them. Imagine you get.
Hey, Mike Evans, you're going to continue your 1,000-yard streak here.
He can still continue it. Like, I mean, if you're Mike Evans, you're like, yards. And like, it's not like the Buccaneers fans are going to be like mad like that he's leaving. Like, bro, he got a Super. You already got your Super Bowl. Like, just go go to the AFC.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown, Calvin Ridley.
I think Calvin Ridley will end up staying.
Yeah.
I think they'll bring him back, but I think Mike Evans and T. Higgins is a crazy spot for them. T. Higgins is probably more likely than Mike Evans, but he would be crazy. Like him, Tank Dell, and Dalton Schultz, and that offense would be very upgraded.
I'd rather them get T. Higgins just because he's on the younger side of compared to Mike Evans, and Mike Evans could go to a team like
he could just stay.
He could.
I'd for sure rather him get Mike Evans, but I don't know. I kind of am questionable about if T. Higgins can be a number one.
Well, if he wants the money, overpay for him.
But I feel like C.J. Stroud's so good at just spreading the ball around. Like
everyone gets it.
Like
he is.
Like T. Higgins would be this one game where he has the better matchup, but then you have like Tank Dell going off for like 120 this game.
Yeah, you're gonna be paying him like he's gonna be a number one.
Oh yeah,
fuck yeah.
His value might have gone down because he's been hurt all this year basically. So his value might have gone down compared to what it was at the start of the year.
I'd still pay him.
So we're putting the Steelers as pretenders too.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't know. Like,
did you think that was gonna shake some some feathers?
I think I think this one will. The Lions.
Recently, pretenders. If you would have asked me this like 2 weeks ago, I would have said contenders.
Full season though, not just what like. You gotta think playoff atmosphere. Like
I think they're a contender.
I think they're a contender too. I'd go contender. No, you know what? Fuck that. No, pretender. Pretender. Like they play the Eagles, they're getting beat the fuck up. They're playing the Cowboys, they might get beat the fuck up. Like that's after what I've seen. This is recency bias for show. They got wiped by the Ravens, and then barely beat. I'm gonna keep coming back to the Bears. You barely beat the fucking Bears. Get wiped by Green Bay. Like, what are their losses? How many losses they got?
So they got
4.
They got the Packers.
They got 3 losses.
Seahawks.
Yeah, and the Seahawks beat them.
That was an OT.
Yeah, that was an OT.
Packers,
game.
Seahawks, and the Ravens.
Yeah, and they got killed by the Ravens.
Yeah. 2 of those losses, they got blown out.
Who are their wins? Like, are there any good wins?
They have the Chiefs. They have the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Let's see. So, Chiefs, Falcons, Packers, Panthers, Bucks, Raiders. So what are Chargers? Are they pretenders?
I might change my answer.
Us, like
they ain't even played us yet.
And then they play us again.
They go splits us.
I think they're
easy schedule.
I think they're pretenders. I think they also have an easy schedule, but I'm not seeing. Their offense doesn't show me like what a Cowboys offense shows me, and they're not like beating the fuck up on bad teams.
Are we putting them as pretenders?
I think I'm going pretender.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, I was in contender, then I'm out. Now I'm out.
They go up against any of those 3 NFC teams, I think they lose.
Because there was talks about, like, asked this question 3 weeks ago. We're like, they could beat the Cowboys.
Asked this question even 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, probably. They'll probably go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, nope, not after what I just saw.
I think they're the closest thing to a contender, though.
They're just like the Steelers. Yeah. I think they'll give you a wild card game, but I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender.
Mm-hmm. Jags.
No, not even fucking close. Not in the AFC. Like, sadly, it just sucks to be in the AFC. Like, Ravens will kill you. You might even lose the Steelers. Like, who else is... The Bills might beat the fucking Jags.
I think you get scared if you're a Jags. Like, if you have to play the Browns, you might get shaky.
The AFC's tough, man. Like, the AFC is so much better than the NFC.
The Jags are the Lions in the AFC.
But I would even say...
I just don't think they can do it.
I'd maybe even take, like, a step down from the Lions. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit. I think the Steelers and the Jags are, like, kind of the same.
I also think the Jags are a pretender.
Yeah.
But it's not... I think they just need one more year.
Yeah.
I think they just need one more...
My dad is always...
Last year.
My dad always looks at the Jags. He's like... Every time he sees the Jags, he's like, you know what? They did the rebuild right. He's like, they did their rebuild right. He's like, why can't we do that? I was like, yeah.
I think they need... If they do one more year and maybe add a piece or two to that defense... They add a piece or two to that defense.
They need to upgrade that secondary.
I think they could be all right.
They need like a safety or something. Or a linebacker. Because they ain't got shit for linebackers. Their D-line's all right.
Dolphins.
Dolphins the same as the Cowboys, man. Just beating up on bad teams. They want to play. They play these good teams. Just get fucking beat the fuck up. They got killed by the Bills, man.
I was in Buffalo.
Yeah? And then
this just... before we knew the Bills were shit.
Now I got to pull up receipts.
I'm going to say...
I can't go on top of the dome.
I'm going to say the Dolphins are contenders.
Yeah, you can put them as contenders. I mean, I don't care.
I think I'm going to go for them to be contenders. Because I feel like when you have that offense and you have Tyreek Hill, he's like, one play could be the swing in an entire fucking game. I think when you have him, their defense is coming around. Jalen Ramsey is putting motherfuckers in hell.
It's just tough because, like, I'm just trying to keep the same energy.
Yeah.
So, like, they have 3 losses. Beat the fuck up by the Bills. Beat the fuck up by the Eagles. Not beat the fuck up, but lost the Chiefs. So, there's 3. Those are 3 pretty decent teams. And then you got basically all these wins are against fucking bums.
I'm gonna still put them in a contender though. I think they would beat the Lions. That's who I compare them to.
I think they beat the
Lions.
I think they beat the Lions too, for sure.
I think contenders just because like how dangerous they are, bro. They have a dangerous person at every position.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm good with putting them as contenders.
How did the Dolphins get blessed with this schedule?
Kansas City.
Jesus, why are they even on here? Of course they're contenders.
Are everybody we put in the top 5 contenders?
Yeah.
Is there any team that is not on this list that is a possible
contender?
Sneaker.
Ooh, are the Ravens a pretender though?
No.
They might be.
Quit trying to be different.
They might be.
No, they might be.
No Mark Andrews.
Ooh.
When they get Zach Ertz a vet in that locker room.
Zach Ertz makes no sense on the Ravens. Mark Andrews and Zach Ertz are like completely different.
I know, but that would just be a body. That's why I said
I think they just keep Isaiah Likely. What the fuck?
They could. Yeah.
Isaiah Likely's really good.
I just think the Ravens, out of all the top defenses like that are going to be in the playoffs, I do think they have the best defense in the league.
Are the 49ers pretenders?
No.
I think it's to the point where I need to see them do it. Honestly.
We'll see this week.
I think the 49ers might be more pretenders than the Ravens.
Yes.
Yep.
I agree with that shit. I agree with that.
I'm a Brock Purdy rider too.
Disagree.
I'm a Brock Purdy rider too.
Here's my thing. If the 49ers don't win it this year, how many more years are they going to have with this roster to do it?
2 or 3.
2 or 3?
maybe another year.
And you could argue they're like they have.
They're going to be able to keep this motherfucker Brock Purdy at like $400K for another.
Oh yeah. He's not making shit.
But it's to the point where you're like, because I know we had a whole argument about it because you gotta. I think we were playing poker or something. You were talking about they gotta pay Ayuk soon, or like they gotta pay Debo soon, or somebody's contract.
It's not next year.
It's the year after.
Yeah, I think so. Because it could be next year. I'm trying to think of when he came into the league.
It's not next year because he wasn't.
It had to have been like 2020.
Okay.
So if he could just end up having his 5th year, so they're just gonna pick it up. Mm-hmm. So next year he could be on like nothing, and then the following going into 2025 season he would have to get a new contract. I think.
I'm not gonna say I don't think they're pretenders by any means, but if you compare them to the Ravens, I think the Ravens are closer to contenders than the Niners.
I disagree, but go crazy.
I also think I need to see them do it. Yeah. They've had this talented roster for like years now, even like before CMC. And
they went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's not like they went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did go to a Super Bowl.
Fucking Jimmy G. Fucking Jimmy G.
And then blew the 10-point lead with like fucking 8 minutes left in the game.
It's going to be interesting. They have a very big game this week against the Eagles where they're favored on the road.
That's crazy.
Somehow.
That's crazy.
So
Eagles, all the money on the Eagles.
No, it's all fun. Yeah. It's all fun and games till
if the Eagles just lose, I'll accept it. If the Eagles are underdogs, give me it all.
Yeah.
I'm putting a lot of money on
that. It's
all
all fun and games till you see Jalen Hurts have a shit game until it's winning time with 4 minutes left in the game.
Like, shit, we're losing.
Locks in.
Oh shit, we're losing. Touchdown.
Yeah, so very big game this weekend between those two, but everybody out of our top 5 is contenders. I don't think there's anybody outside of our power rankings that I would say is a contender anywhere close.
There's no like
I would say there's first few teams.
Well, they're like, who's like the dark horse? You're like, who could really make a run?
We could do that because it's to the end of the season now. Most of these power rankings aren't even moving that much.
Who do you think could like? Man, I don't even. The Jags, maybe.
The ultimate dark horse.
That might like completely.
It's like the Browns or the fucking Steelers. Like
the ultimate dark horse is like the Browns because they're gonna have a random quarterback in. Like they just fucking the Broncos. Like if they just keep it going.
If I see Joe Flacco come in and throw for 250.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'll freak out.
I think looking at it right now, obviously you haven't seen the Browns play with Flacco yet. My ultimate dark horse would be the Jags.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Jags or Dolphins.
That might contradict what I said earlier about them, like maybe just giving you a wild, like being like the Steelers, but like, so the Steelers will really just give you a wild card win. Nothing past that. If the Jags give you the wild card win, you go into the next like round and you're like, wow, the Jags really could contend with like the Chiefs. Like, do I think the Steelers could contend with the Chiefs? No.
I just don't know if this.
Or the Ravens.
I guess you can kind of compare it to the Ravens in a way. When I look at the Jags, I don't think they have like when I look at their weapons, I don't think they have that receiver. You're just like, yep, we're gonna give him this ball.
It's
like,
Calvin Ridley.
It's supposed to be Calvin Ridley
or Kirk. Christian Kirk is even a number 1 receiver.
It's good to have a bunch of people that can like get after and shit. Yeah. But I feel like it's also important to have that one guy, like how the Chiefs, Travis Kelce, he's just gonna get open.
That's just him.
Like you're looking at even like the Bengals when they had Jamar Chase, he's just gonna get open. Like you can kind of compare it to the Ravens, to where like you're like, all right, they got Flowers.
It was Mark Andrews. He was just gonna get open.
You're like, but he can still come back at some point, maybe. Like it's interesting to see. But dark horse wise, I think ultimate you put the Jags more of a dark horse than the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. And then it's still the Lions on the NFC side.
Yeah, sure.
But going into what we got next, kind of talking about, we can kind of skip over this because we'll get into it. So we have 4 teams right here that we'll talk about. Like if you were given the keys to the organization, GM, what is you're doing, what's your mindset, what's your plan going into it. And now we'll kind of do this weekly, kind of talk about a lot of the other teams that aren't in the playoff race, kind of like what do they need to do to get into that spot. But for the 4 teams we have this week, we have the Chargers, Patriots, Panthers, and the Bills. I know you wanted to do the Patriots. I can let you start out with that.
Okay, so this is me. You've been hired as the Patriots GM.
Yep.
Be like, hey, Bill Belichick, it was fun, man. Like, it really was. Like, dap him up on his way out. Be like, sorry, you gotta go. We need something else. OC, I don't know who you are. You gotta go. Like, get the fuck out of here. Josh McDaniels, hey, you want to come back again? fuck it, you're coming back. We're getting Josh McDaniels back in this bitch, and then we're like, oh, kind of need a head coach. We'll go find a head coach. Someone gonna get fired,
or somebody's gonna get a job somewhere.
We're gonna go. Let's go get let's say the fucking Lions OC becomes a head coach. Ben Johnson. Let's go get him. Come to the Patriots. All right. Now we take a look at the offense. Terrible. Fucking awful. Our offense is fucking terrible. O-line. Our O-line's all right. Tight ends are okay. We'll keep Gesicki and Hunter Henry. I got no problem with that. So let's look. Weapons. None. there are Juju. Yeah, I think he's only on a 1-year deal. And if he is, like, get him the fuck out.
It's a 3-year deal.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Same deal as Jacoby Myers in
it is.
Las Vegas.
Okay, so 3-year deal. You're going into year 2 now. All right, we'll just keep you, whatever. It's Mac Jones. Get the fuck out of here. Mac Jones, you're gone. We're cutting you, actually. We're not even trading you. We are cutting you. Like, you're going to go into free agency and, like, blah, blah, blah. Go into free agency. We are throwing the house at T. Higgins. Like, we're like, okay, hey, come on, Patriots strong. Like, we're going to go get a weapon. We're going to go get, like, whatever. We just need depth. We need a number 1 receiver.
So, right now, guys...
What pick they got?
New England Patriots have the 3rd pick.
Okay.
In this year's draft right now. 2-9.
Mm-hmm. God, they're
really bad.
We're trading up. Who's got number 1?
The Bears.
We're trading with the Bears. The Bears are going to trade back just like last year because they're like, you know what, Justin Fields, he's our guy. We're not going to take Caleb Williams. Boom. Patriots, we got Caleb Williams now. He is our starting fucking quarterback. We're going to keep Ramondre Stevenson. He can be a starting running back. I got no problem with that. Whatever. We're going to go sign T. Higgins or Mike Evans. We're going to get him a number 1 receiver. We're going to have Juju and Demario Douglas and Kendrick Bourne. We're going to have some names on this offense. We're going to completely change the offense. Like this, we are changing the offense. We're going to go to that Josh McDaniels. Bro, cook something up, man. You don't got Tom Brady anymore. Like, you got Caleb fucking Williams. So we're gonna turn it up here, and that's where we go from there. Defense is I can't tell you a lot about the defense because I don't know the free agents and everything, like type shit. But that defense is still good.
I would say the biggest name...
You're going to get Christian Gonzalez back.
Yeah, the biggest free agent name from what I know of that's going to be entering this year with how he's playing is Danielle Hunter.
We don't need him. We got Matthew Judon's going to come back. Your linebackers are probably cool. You can maybe draft a linebacker and then maybe draft some D-line help if you want. Safeties are cool. You got Jabril Peppers. So I think they're pretty cool. It's just the offense. That Patriots offense is fucking awful. So I think you got to do kind of a haul on everything. That's what I would do. Do whatever you can to get Caleb Williams.
See, now it's different because you guys, in your scenario, you don't have Bill Belichick at this point anymore. So when you're saying that, because it's always like, I know me and Stoll have talked about it, like, is Caleb Williams and Belichick kind of the guy?
No, not at all.
I feel like if they were to do that with Belichick making the pick, he would pick Drake May.
That's what I mean. He wouldn't want... That's why you got to get rid of him.
So I think he's out the door anyways. I think they just need a whole culture shock change.
Yeah. Change it all. We need to shock the system.
Yes. Up to the whole organization.
That's why you get rid of the OC. Actually, you could even maybe keep the OC. Like, if you want. Like, just get... Belichick's just got to go. Yeah. Like, you need a new guy.
I think
like in there.
Your quarterback room, all of them have just lost all kinds of confidence.
You know, we go, hey, Jim Harbaugh...
scenario, if you were to get Ben Johnson, you want him calling the plays anyway.
Yes, he's going to be like your head coach / OC.
Yeah.
And then, hey, you can't get Ben Johnson. Hey, John Harbaugh, Michigan, get the fuck over here. Like, you're going to be our coach now.
Give him everything.
Give him it all. Take it. That's where I would go with the Patriots. They probably win a Super Bowl if they do everything I just said.
Nick, what team do you want to do? Because I was going to do the Chargers.
God, team it all fine. You go with the Chargers, and I'll pick somebody else.
So, Chargers is very simple.
We're in the off season now.
Yes, we're in the off season. This is very simple.
Brandon Staley.
No, we can do this together, Nick.
Okay.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
So, very simple. We have the weapons. Mm-hmm. We have elite.
Offense is nice.
The elite level gets thrown around a lot with Justin Herbert, social media QB, all this bullshit. But we have in Justin Herbert. You know what we're doing? Whole coaching staff meeting right now. You are all gone.
You're all of them.
All of them. Everybody is gone. Full new coaching staff. Everybody. Kellen Moore, nope, you're done.
Wow.
You're gone. Brandon Staley, I don't even know how you're still here.
Yep.
You're gone too. You know what? We're on the phone, right? We're in New England.
Okay.
Belichick needs.
We just got rid of him.
Yeah, Belichick needs a job. You know the shit Belichick would do with Justin Herbert.
Okay, let's do it.
Magical.
Yep.
Magical. We insert Justin Herbert. See, we took a possible miss with Quentin Johnson.
Okay.
Possible miss.
Wait, he's still gonna play.
Yes, we're gonna give him another year.
Yep.
Got Mike Williams coming off injury. Still got Bosa. Still got Keenan Allen. I think all this team needs better coaching.
Yep.
Better coaching. You add Belichick into the system.
Still got Eckler?
Yes. Eckler, see, here's the thing. Eckler, I feel like, has lost a step. Could try to just draft a running back, try to get younger. Just get a little younger at your RB spot. That's the only problem with the offense I think you could solve. I think Eckler's great receiving-wise, but when you need somebody to go get this...
So do you keep Eckler on the squad or you trade him? You get a lot of value out of Eckler.
I think if they were to trade him...
Who we on the phone with?
God, who needs a running back in the NFL right now?
Dolphins, Ravens, good teams.
I think the Dolphins are just fine with what they have. Like, you got...
Chiefs could use one.
Pacheco's the number one, though.
Oh, yeah, they do have Pacheco. Never mind. You don't have the football thing here
anymore.
We can't cheat anymore.
Yeah. Team that could use an RB. Fuck it, the Vikings could use an RB. But I'm not going to say the Vikings. But we're going to keep Eckler around anyways, but we're still going to draft an RB.
Yep. Just in case.
Yes, just in case. That's the only problem I have. But only thing Chargers need...
Just coaching change.
Just go get Bill Belichick, give him anything he wants, because you already have everything. You won't have to really build through the draft. This isn't a rebuilding team. They just need to retool, in my opinion. But you give Bill Belichick, Herbert, we're looking at Belichick and Brady combo here. Just more talented than Justin Herbert. So that's where I'm going. You add Bill Belichick with this Chargers team that already has loads of talent.
Did you say that Justin Herbert is more talented than Tom Brady?
I think where you're looking at skill, like
athleticism
and everything. That's the whole
talent.
Maybe not talent, but the whole
athleticism for sure.
Everything that Justin Herbert brings.
Anybody's more athletic than Tom Brady.
That's what I was getting at.
Athleticism and maybe arm strength.
Yeah.
But I think you give Bill Belichick, Justin Herbert, AFC would be in a scary place.
Okay. So what are you thinking, Nick?
Man, like the Bills are just boring. So I'm gonna do the Panthers.
Okay. What are we thinking? So
we're
go into the offseason. Let's say you guys get like actually you don't even have your first round pick.
You don't have our fucking pick.
We have it.
So I'm the GM, I'm the owner.
Yep.
We're in a really bad spot. I'm already scared from my job. It's the first day. I'm already scared I'm about to get fired.
So in real life the quarterback coach Josh McCown got fired and the head coach got fired.
All right, so we're doing the same situation. We're bringing in Ben Johnson somehow.
Okay.
Somehow Ben Johnson agrees to become the head coach for the Panthers.
Word.
Destroy his career.
Yep.
Fuck, we don't have a pick. So we're signing the best wide receiver in free agency.
So Mike Evans.
Go alongside with Adam Thielen. Hopefully at 35 he can still make a few catches.
Okay.
Maybe we can get one other piece in the draft. I don't know how they're looking in the second, third round with their picks, but if they have any... If we can finesse a second, third round pick, get a wide receiver, maybe get another offensive lineman because their offensive line looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And just I'm giving Bryce Young all the time in the world. I'm upgrading the defense. There's not really much to say. We're rebuilding. We're going to try to get pieces in the draft. We don't really have many draft picks, so we just kind of have to hope and pray that Bryce Young gets better.
Mm-hmm.
Hope we made the right pick, and that's really it.
Yeah.
There's not much you can really do.
I think the Panthers are more of it just takes time.
Oh yeah, they're in the way rebuild. Like this is Panthers are way.
One thing I can say is give your head coach more than 10 games. I would do that.
Yeah.
What did they think he was going to do with this roster?
Dude,
bro.
GMs are dumb. Like
I'm not saying Frank Reich deserved the job, but he also didn't deserve to get fired.
Matt Eberflus is 1-15 in division, and he still has a job.
Jesus.
And Frank Reich couldn't make it 10 fucking games and we've had Eberflus for 3 seasons now.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
This is his second season.
So I don't know. There's not really much you can do. You got to You got to get as many pieces to just hope you can get Bryce Young to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really it.
they're in a terrible spot. If they just had their pick.
Them trading us, we fleeced them, bro. We killed them.
If they had their pick, all right, Marvin Harrison, Bryce Young.
Yep.
Yes, that's
right here.
Perfect. There it is. But
no.
But no. I mean, do you try to trade into the draft? Trade back in?
Do you even have the assets to
do that? Yeah, say like.
No.
Do you just say fuck the future?
Because like, what player are you gonna like?
It would be Marvin Harrison. You'd have to go get him.
No, I know that, but like, what player do you have to attach to the little draft capital you have?
Oh, nothing.
To go trade into the top 10.
Brian Burns.
Because then you're just throwing 3 first-round picks.
It'd be maybe like a Brian Burns.
But it's only worth it if you get to Marvin Harrison.
That's what I mean. We're getting Marvin Harrison. We're getting that second pick.
So, just all right. While we're on it, I still have it up. Looking at the top 4 or 5 picks, like
yep,
Bears/Panthers, Arizona, Patriots, Bears, Commanders.
God, Marvin Harrison's really gonna be a fucking Cardinal.
Yeah.
Ew.
He'll be decent.
I mean, man, unless we take him number 1. No, we won't. We won't take a receiver.
That'd be crazy.
We should. Obviously the obvious thing is just take Caleb Williams. If Caleb Williams just becomes bad, like, we just live with it. Like, he is the consensus, like, number 1 pick, I think. But
no one will ever fault you for being
that's what I mean. Like, no. It's different. We could trade back. I don't hate trading back, because if they're like, okay, Fields, like, we're gonna roll with you. This is it. Like, then okay, trade back. I don't give a fuck. Like, we'll get more assets.
Yeah.
Like, we did it last year. We'll do it again. Like, and then you can upgrade the O-line. Go get we might trade back and get Marvin Harrison. Like, because I don't think the Cardinals would want to take him at 1 either.
No.
Even if they were the ones who traded up.
I think you and the Cardinals are big possibles of trading back. And like,
I think the Patriots are going to trade up. I really think they are. If they can get something going, like, whether they take Caleb Williams or not, like, they're going to take a quarterback. And if they trade up to number 1, like, and Caleb Williams with the Patriots will be very good. It'll be scary.
But we can kind of all collab on this last team
Bills.
and the Bills.
I mean, there's not much. Like,
I think they just have.
No, I think he stays. This is his one bad year. Like, it's not. It was bound to happen. Like, I think good head coaches are hard to come by. So I think if you just fire him, like, there's no point. Like, there's no point to just blow it up. Him and Josh Allen have been together the whole time as well. Like, you might as well just leave it. I mean, you're going to keep Josh Allen. Like, James Cook is going to be your number 1. Stephon Diggs can bitch as much as he wants. He's going to stay. Like, I don't know. You could go get a 3rd receiver. That's about it. Like, go get a Mooney. If they added, like, a Mooney to add in with Gabe Davis and, like, but even if they didn't want to pay him, like, I don't know. They're going to have Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid on the offense. Their O-lines, they can get O-line help. Like, you could always use O-line help.
I think
defense is super injured. Like, they're going to get...
Just like,
Von Miller just fought a pregnant woman for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff going on the defense. So, I don't know. It's just a bad year.
So I'm pretty sure, like, Josh Allen, like, if he isn't already, is getting... So his cap number goes from $18 million to $47 million.
Yeah, because his extension kicks in next year.
And then after that, it's $56 million the year after.
Yeah, he got paid. Yeah. He got paid.
So,
which, I mean, rightfully so. He was going to get paid.
And as Josh Allen, you don't just... we're just not...
Yeah, you don't do that.
So, Josh Allen's going to take up a good amount of their cap space that they would
Diggs
have had.
still is.
Diggs still is taking a bunch of that cap. Where do you... Like, there isn't really a free agent unless you get them on the low.
Yeah.
And they're like on like a prove it deal kind of thing that you're not really getting better through free agency. It's more so, what is their development going to be like? Because that's to the point. Because you're not.
Well, it's going to be nice because they're gonna get a good. They're gonna be good next year because their schedule is gonna decline like way down, and they're gonna like. I mean, they're gonna get not like way down, but they're gonna get second in the division for sure. So like they'll play a little easier teams. I mean, their defense is just fucking ridiculed with injuries. And then I think that they'll probably draft defense in the draft for whatever.
Right now, they're middle of the pack.
Yeah, I mean...
They have the 16th pick.
I think they'll probably end up drafting, like... they could take, like, a D... Like, maybe not even that. Probably go linebacker, if anything. They have Milano, and you add in another linebacker maybe in there. Maybe they take, like, a safety, because Micah Hyde and Poyer are getting up there in age. Like, if they want to take actually another corner would be nice, like a second corner, because Tre'Davious White is your number one. So I think they could go corner. I don't hate that.
They're just in a very.
I mean, it's just a bad year. Good. It's a good team. Bad year.
Yeah. I think they could. This could be an anomaly in a way. It's where like next year it's the Bills. Like they never left. This next topic is it time to put Dak Prescott. He plays tonight. Is it time to put him in the MVP conversation for real?
Yeah, I think he has the stats for it. That's where I would go. Because obviously this is all stat derived for Jalen Hurts stats and stuff, like, and team derived. Like, if the Cowboys, they're not going to win the division, but if they get like 12 wins, like, I don't know. I think it's hard to not give it to him.
Who do you think actually like has been the most valuable player though?
Like the most valuable player to their team?
Yeah. I guess you could say quarterback wise because it's a quarterback award.
I don't even know. Like, this is the weirdest year for quarterbacks because they're all.
Yeah, it is. So many people could win it, to be honest.
Fucking probably Dak.
You think so?
I think if you threw like Cooper Rush in there, they're not doing what the fuck they're doing. Like right now, I think if you took Dak out of that offense, like he is that offense. Like he is the one getting the wheels moving and everything. So I think it's super. I don't know. I think it's very weird. I think it's I'm not gonna say like if you plucked out like Jalen Hurts, like they'd still be good, but like I don't know. I think Jalen Hurts got a lot more weapons than Dak does. So I think, and then Jalen Hurts just has the rushing touchdowns because it's fucking tush push.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Dak is out. I think Dak is outplaying Jalen Hurts, but the Eagles are outplaying the Cowboys. I'll go with that.
I'm about to look up the odds real quick of MVP.
I think Dak is a good sprinkle.
I just think if they can get that, if they can beat the Eagles,
which they can
next time,
they prove that they can.
I think, and Dak plays well that game because he's third right now.
Who's above him? Is it, yeah. I'm not shocked at that at all. That he's third.
Jalen Hurts probably two.
Jalen Hurts is probably one.
Jalen Hurts is one.
Yeah, and then Mahomes.
Mahomes is two.
So
Dak
dumb.
is three. Lamar is four. Tua is five.
I think Tua should be above Lamar.
I was kind of thinking Lamar is a little dark horse.
Then Brock Purdy's 5 or 6.
Okay, whatever. We're getting too far now. I think Dak is a great. I think what is he plus what?
Plus 600.
That's crazy value for a person that's probably going to win 12 games.
The world might burn down if Dak Prescott.
I said I'd buy a Dak Prescott jersey in the group chat.
Got an MVP.
Stroh said he'd get an ass tat if the Bears won out. If they won the rest of their game. We would be like this third. We'd make the playoffs if we won out.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
No, not at all. No, actually, I don't think we would. We'd be 9-8.
Yeah, he should be in the MVP conversation. I mean, this should.
I think it's just like Cowboys. Like, I think you're being like a bitch if you're just not talking about him. Yeah. Like, you're just a Cowboy hater. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're talking about like Dak not being in it. Like, yeah, he might not win it, but he should definitely be in talks for it. Like, he should be a finalist for it.
Yeah. Kind of hopping into Monday night because I know we're going to talk about it.
What game is Monday?
Our
game?
Yeah. I know we're going to talk about it.
I knew we were going to get about it.
Very interesting because I follow all the Vikings lore on X and everything else like that. To where is the Dobbs era in Minnesota?
Is it over already?
Is it over this fast?
He played so bad. He didn't even look good in the Broncos game. Like, I don't know. They were asking O'Connell. They're like, "Is he going to start in the next game?" But he's just like, probably. Like, who the fuck else is going to start? Like
Mullins and Aaron Hall.
No, he's still in there.
I think he's definitely still in there. Here's my thing about it. Obviously, a horrendous loss, something you don't want to take. 2 of those interceptions I'm not going to put on him. Jordan Addison, you just got to catch that ball over the middle. If he hits you dead in your chest, you got to catch that.
It hit him literally in the numbers.
Yes.
And it didn't. He just didn't catch it.
Then one in the past could have been a way better ball with Jalen Johnson. Sometimes these corners they just make phenomenal fucking plays. He laid out for the ball. And then other one, they're just getting tipped up in the air and shit. Obviously, I think it's more so on play calling. Definitely, he only had 2 rushing attempts the entire game. For somebody that
boxed.
That gets obviously there's film on him now, but for somebody more so that can get out of the pocket with his athleticism and avoid sacks and everything else, that's something you really need to focus on, because it was more so you're watching the game and the play calling. It's like, this feels like he acts like he has Kirk Cousins dropping back in the pocket.
I don't know, you guys really did like run pass. Like it was very weird, like because like we do that. Like we're a run pass punt. Like, and then you guys kept doing it. So I was like, I was like, what are they trying to do here?
Yeah.
You guys were really trying to establish the run.
And then, like, it's so weird because you guys are decent against the run and everything else like that. And your defense has, like...
It's gotten better.
From the start of the year.
It's gotten better.
Yes. You guys are putting pressure on the quarterback.
We kind of have Montez Sweat now.
Yeah. So, here's my thing.
And everybody's not injured.
We had a good run without Justin Jefferson, the top 3 arguable receiver in football.
Bro, we beat y'all. They were like, get the fuck in there.
Oh,
we're like, we need you.
I've never seen somebody get activated
They
so
probably
fast.
activated him right as they got to the locker room, bro. Like, get the fuck in there.
So, he could have played probably, but we got the bye. If we didn't have the bye, I think he would have played.
Yeah, definitely.
But we have the bye, so I'm like, all right, whatever, right? We're still well within the playoff hunt. Still in the division hunt, depending on what happens to the Lions. I'm sitting here like that because NFL has become more so overreactions and everything.
It's just like,
else.
look at it, like, you look at the schedule, like, we're just going to beat the Bears. It's like, then we're going to go beat the Broncos. Like, oh, no, we actually lost both those games.
Both of those teams have been playing better.
Oh, we actually lost to both of those teams.
Yeah. So here's my thing.
So what do you guys know, like 6-6?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I'm content. I feel like with how the season started and everything, all the injuries and everything else, if you would have told the Viking fan base by week 12 and you realize, and we go back to, we lost Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, but by week 12,
you're going to be 6-6.
6-6, we would be 500 with Josh Dobbs coming in here, not being with the team like at all.
Oh, by the way, you guys are going to lose to the Bears.
Yes.
On Monday night.
Lose to the Bears, but we're going to be 6-6. And like, I'm very realistic about the Vikings. I don't put us anywhere near contenders. I think we're frisky at best if we can like get our offense really going. But looking at these games,
I mean, didn't last week you have them in the top 10?
I had us 10. No, 2 weeks ago.
We were on the 2 weeks ago.
We were on the win streak. But we get the bye. We're going to get Justin Jefferson back, which I think teams were just figuring us out offensively. You get films on Dobbs with our system and everything else like that. Jordan Addison, even with him being as good as he is this year,
we locked him up.
Still a rookie. Felt like he was making rookie mistakes out there against you guys. But you're getting Jefferson back. Hawk's been fucking eating. You still don't have a run game, but that's besides the point. But Jefferson just opens up the fucking field so much.
Because all eyes are on him.
And for Dobbs, like his safety blanket's Ben Hockenson, but like we've been missing. All right, because I don't think Hawk's the guy. Late game scenario where like we're just gonna get him the fucking ball. He's gonna catch.
I mean, he's the tight end. Like it's hard because I don't know. He's just blocking and shedding.
Yeah.
And then he's the check down guy.
Yeah.
He's not running the slant across the middle of the field, catching in stride, gone.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna be, maybe if he's on an out, like he may turn up, but I mean he's been really good for you guys. He's gonna have a crazy season. He's probably gonna be an all pro.
Yeah, he's leading the NFL in receiving.
He'll be a Pro Bowl. He'll be a Pro Bowler for sure.
And then I'm just like, all right, if we can get Justin Jefferson back, we're 6-6 right now. Got the bye. Gotta go play the Raiders. That'll be an iffy game.
God, the fucking Raiders. They put up a fight against the Chiefs, man.
They have a whole different culture over there. That's going to be a tough game. But Jefferson back, their secondary isn't good.
Should win.
I like our chances there. We got to go to Cincinnati, which you told me 5 weeks ago. Whole different conversation we're having. But we got to go to Cincinnati.
Win that one.
Should win that one. And then
you play the Lions like twice.
We got the Lions, Packers, and Lions.
Yeah.
The last 3 games.
Those are going to be 3 very hard games.
Yes.
Like those are not wins. Those are like okay, maybe we win the Packers game because it's in Minnesota, isn't it?
Yeah.
So division games are going to play close. Like it just depends on who's going to win in the end, basically.
Yeah. But I think I'm completely fine with us making the playoffs, turning kind of what turned into a terrible season out of nothing. Kind of in the Broncos in a sense. I feel like we're the Broncos of the NFC right now. But like we started out so bad. If you were to tell Vikings fans week 4 with all the shit that went down, all the fumbles, that we are 500 with a high % chance to make the playoffs, we're taking that. And I think that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. I don't see us doing anything in the playoffs like that, nothing crazy unless frisky we get hotter for some reason. But without Kirk Cousins, expectations are very low. But The Dobbs era, I think it's been fun. I think he's still going to start.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be fine to end the year once we get Justin Jefferson back. But that's more so my take of what I saw on Monday. And then I know you go talk your shit. Because, we don't see a Bears win.
We got 4 of them things.
Yeah.
You only got 2 more than us. And we could have beat you guys. All I'm saying, we could have swept y'all in the season if Fields stays in that game.
Both of the games we've had against each other.
Yeah, it was like 19-12 was the first game or something.
Yeah.
And then this game is 12-10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we didn't score a touchdown, and we beat you guys. Yeah. So, if you were to tell Connor at the beginning of the season, you're like, all right, y'all, week 12, y'all 4-8. This is me. Yeah, that makes sense. That we got more wins than last year? Okay, cool. But now you still have the first pick. Like, oh, sick. Like, cool, because the Panthers are terrible.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the defense is looking awesome. Defense looks really good. Has 2 weeks in a row now that the defense is forcing turnovers, stopping. Like, technically, you guys had 4 picks, but I think you technically had 5 turnovers in total because you guys didn't get a 4th down.
Yeah.
And then we went for a 4th and fucking 10 and got it because Cole Kmet, that's top 10 tight end in the league right there. Lock it down. He is. That's him.
I did say in the chat, I can't be mad at it.
That's him. You can't be mad at it. Can't be mad at it. So, I think Cole Kmet, sneaky Pro Bowl season. Watch out.
No.
Who else gonna go? Kittle.
Jake Ferguson.
No, geez, get the fuck out of here. But I was gonna say Kittle, Hawk. Who else gonna be in there?
How many are there?
I'm just thinking about for like the end. I think there's 4.
It would have been. It would have been Goddard.
Or is it 2?
I think it's 2 for each.
Is it really?
I think
2 would make sense. All right, if it's 2, it's not. He's not going to be there.
Laporta.
It'll be like Laporta and it'll be like Laporta and Hawkinson or Kittle and Hawkinson. Those Iowa boys.
Yeah.
Best guys, but yeah, the offense still shit. We're still awful on offense.
Yeah.
Fields needs to. He can't hold on to the ball. I don't know what his problem is. Like he gets hit and just fumbles. Like I don't know what that has to do with anything. We literally gave you guys the game on a silver platter.
No, I know.
And he fumbled, and then you guys drove down and scored, and then that was it. The game was supposed to be over.
We acted like we were just gonna kneel the ball, take a couple runs.
That was
the
it.
Game was gonna be over.
And then somehow, some way, my LeBunny honey, DJ Moore came open in the middle of the field, wide open for like 40 yards, and got us into common Santos W field goal range, which he made 4 on the night. But yeah, I mean, we're on a bye this week as well, and then we play the Lions again, and then we have like a weird stretch of games. We play like the Falcons and then the Browns, and it's very odd. But I don't know. I think we're just content where we are right now. I think they're gonna fire Eberflus. They're just waiting to the end of the season.
You should.
I obviously should. Him and Getsy should be gone. You can keep the well, I guess we don't have a defensive coordinator because he got arrested. That did happen at the beginning of the season because Eberflus calls the defense, so he does that. So we would need a full revamp, and I think they're gonna give a call to Jim Harbaugh. I think they're gonna do it. I think if they figure out, hey, we're gonna fire Eberflus, like let's get Jim Harbaugh on the phone because he played quarterback for us back in the day. Yeah. He's gonna come back to the Bears. And I don't know. I think that there's just not much to talk about the Bears. Like our offense just sucks. DJ Moore's gonna have a 1,000-yard season, which is great. That means he's gonna be happy and he'll probably stay. Mooney's probably leaving. I do not blame him at all because we do not fucking use him for some reason.
But we had to get our little dose of Vikings and Bears talk just because we didn't play this week.
Of course.
To wrap the episode up, going to Week 13 Pickems. Start out with Seahawks at Cowboys. Cowboys open up -9.5. Mind you, interesting stat. Cowboys have not won against a team with a winning record this season.
The only reason I'm gonna take Cowboys and I'm gonna take the 9.5 because they're at home. If they're not at home, the Seahawks easily cover. But the Cowboys average like 40 points at home, so I'm gonna go with that, and I'm probably gonna take the over, which is at like what 46?
47.
Yeah, 47. Give me that.
So I'm definitely taking the Cowboys -8.5. That over is a little scary. Because like I could see us like not giving up many points to them. Like it'd be like 28-10 type shit.
I'm gonna go Cowboys to win, but give me the 9.5. Give me the 9.5. I think it's a lot of points. Seahawks still a competent team. I think they can keep this close. Next game. Damn.
Damn.
Chargers at Patriots.
Holy shit.
Chargers minus 5.5.
It's only 5.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chargers alternate spread minus 9.5.
See, but
like,
this is a conversation we have with
don't
Chargers.
Care. Chargers are going to win this game, and they're going to cover.
You would think, right?
Mac Jones is going to die in that pocket.
We always say what you would think. The Chargers are the definition of you would think.
You would think. That's why they call the Chargers the if team. They're the if team. Only if.
But on a week 13.
Or what if?
Week 13.
A week 13, Patriots defeated. Like, just, they're going to walk in there and be like, oh my God, another game. Like, they're just going to get their ass beat. And the Chargers kind of have to win.
Yeah. I'm going to go Chargers. Give me the 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it, but I'm a little scared.
I'm not.
Cardinals at Steelers.
Steelers minus whatever it is.
Steelers minus 5.5.
Give me it. They're at home. Yeah. Cardinals looked like absolute piss against the Rams. Like, the Matthew Stafford was killing them. I think the Cardinals defense is terrible. Like, their defense is really bad, and the Steelers defense is really good. And I don't know. I think the better team will just win.
Mm-hmm. I'm also going Steelers.
The 5. I will take the 5.5. I would pair those two together, and that should just be an easy fucking money right there.
Nick, who you got?
I got the Steelers. Yeah.
Possible game of the week right here. Broncos at Texans. Broncos on a huge win streak.
It's 3.5.
Yep. Texans are minus 3.5.
Texans are at home too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the Texans.
Coming off a loss.
I'm gonna go Broncos. I think the Broncos can cover for sure. I think Broncos are gonna win. I think the Broncos are gonna win. Give me Russ. That's it, Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited. I think they cover and win.
I'm gonna go Broncos. I think this is where we see the Texans kind of like slip out of that playoff
I think
race.
It's definitely like, okay, who, like, the Broncos are the hotter team right now. I don't know. I think Russ gonna do some things to that defense. I think that's Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, Mr. Unlimited. Nick,
he said Texans.
You did say Texans. All right.
Yep.
Lions
at Saints. Lions are minus 4.5.
It should just be the Lions, but
give me the Saints to cover.
Give me the Saints to cover.
Saints to cover.
I'm laying that 4.5.
Yep.
And because I think the Lions could easily sneak out of there winning by a field goal.
Next game, possibly the worst offensive game of the year.
Yep.
Atlanta Falcons at the Jets.
Mm-hmm. I know the Falcons are favored.
Falcons are minus 1.5.
Give me it. I want the Falcons.
Give me it.
Falcons minus 1.5. Falcons money line. Over's 34. Give me the over. They're gonna get 34 fucking points.
Got a chance to push here too.
Yeah, 34. They could get there. 17-17 right there. You would just win.
God, 17 points for the Jets.
That's the way you got to look at it. Like 17-17. Be like, Jesus. All right, what offense do you think can put up 17 points? Probably the Falcons.
Then you're like, can the Falcons cover another touchdown?
Bijan getting in the end zone.
Okay. I'm going to go Falcons too.
Yep. My Falcons.
Colts at Titans.
Sneaky good game.
Colts minus 1.5.
Sneaky good game here. I think the Colts will probably win. Just because I trust the Colts offense. This is a crazy statement to say. I think I trust Gardner Minshew in that offense more than Will Levis and Derek fucking Henry. But I think Jonathan Taylor might not be playing.
He's not.
Okay, he's not playing. So that throws a wrench into things.
Zach Moss, though.
Zach Moss is still good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go Colts. Give me the Colts.
I'm going to go Titans. At home. I think they get this one.
Yup.
Dolphins at Commanders.
Get the fuck out of here. Dolphins.
Minus 9.5.
Jesus.
On the road?
Yeah, 9.5 is a lot. But Sam Howell has looked like Josh Allen 2.0.
But.
He leads the league in passing yards.
But. Give me the Commanders play this 9.5.
Nope. Give me the Dolphins minus 9.5. I'm thinking 24-10. Or 35-10.
I'm going to go Dolphins.
It's obviously Dolphins, but give me...
Jalen Ramsey go put them clamper dampers on Terry McLaurin.
It's the Dolphins. What am I thinking?
Yep.
9.5.
Yep.
I don't even bet
the
spreads
fuck?
like
10?
that. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
They gonna score on the first drive. You'd be like, 7-0.
Panther. This might be the biggest trap spread I've ever seen of the week.
Panthers. Who?
Panthers at Bucks. It's 5.5.
They want you to take the Bucks.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, Bucks, duh.
Minus 5.5.
But in division game, what, in Carolina?
No.
Yup.
No.
In Tampa.
Ooh, in Tampa sucks.
Either way.
Gotta go Tampa.
It's Tampa, but the spread is crazy.
Gotta go Tampa. I think I'm taking the 5.5. 3 5.5 spreads this year. What the fuck?
Nick, who you taking?
The Bucks.
All right. Then here we go. Niners at Eagles. Niners are minus 2.5.
Crazy. I'm going Eagles.
Give me the Eagles.
I'm going
That's
Eagles.
crazy.
I don't care. I think AJ Brown is still gonna eat on that defense. Like that, it's really the best O line in the league versus the best D line in the league. Like, so we'll see how that goes. I think Jalen Hurts will be fine. I don't know if they'll be able to run the ball as well, but I think he'll be all right.
This is gonna be the first game where Jalen Hurts is gonna have to win this bitch through the air.
Yes, definitely.
I'm also going the Eagles. I think kind of like how the Chiefs were favored against them. I just think Eagles are just the better team all around, and I think, like you said, AJ Brown, Smith are just gonna both eat.
AJ Brown, Smith. I mean, I don't even know who.
Goddard is fucking questionable this week.
Really?
Yeah.
He probably won't play.
He probably won't play. But big game. I'm gonna go the Eagles. Give me the 2.5. No. I damn near want to take an alternate line. I think they could win by field goal.
I took the 2.5. I don't hate the 2.5.
I'm going to go Eagles, though. I think it's going to get to the point in the game where it's like close, back and forth. All of a sudden, Jalen Hurts, I'm down to touchdown. There's 4 minutes left in this game. Let me go win the game.
Yep.
And then we get Browns at Rams.
What? That's the Monday game?
No, Browns and... No, that's... Eagles and Niners are 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, Rams, I guess.
Wait, who was it again?
Browns at Rams.
Who's the favorite in that? Browns?
Rams.
Really?
Minus 3.5.
Really? Oh, because they don't know who's playing quarterback. Yeah, I'd probably go Rams.
I'm going Rams.
Give me the Rams.
I think this is where we also kind of like check and see the Browns kind of slip.
I think
out
the Rams
the
Rams probably cover too.
Chiefs at Packers.
What the fuck?
This is Sunday night.
This game will be good for no fucking reason.
Yeah, well.
Is it a cold day in Lambeau?
It is a cold day in Lambeau.
Fuck. What's the spread?
6.
Chiefs don't cover. Chiefs are notorious for not covering on primetime.
Yeah, they're like very bad at covering.
Give me the Packers. Give me the 6. I'll take the 6. They're not gonna win, but I'll take the 6. I think it could come down to like, all right, Jordan Love, you're down fucking 5 or 6. Be like,
Actually,
all right, go win the game.
Jordan Love's gonna be doing shit against that defense. Give me the Chiefs.
It's cold day in Lambeau.
Cold day in Lambeau. I gotta follow.
Cold day in Lambeau.
Give me the Packers to cover.
Don't care.
It's the Chiefs, and give me the 6 because the Packers are dog shit.
No.
Then our Monday night game, which was supposed to be a heater.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a heater. Bengals at Jags. It's obviously Jags.
Yeah.
It's Jags and give me the 8.5.
Yup.
Yeah.
But that's it to wrap up Week 13 Pickems and to wrap up this episode. Thank you guys for tuning into the Barrel Talk Podcast. Hope you tune in future episodes.
Yep.